Ayy, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
An offensive and defensive game plan has been. Each week you can focus train 3 players for extra experience. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training and head down to the field. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses by looking at...
Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a went broke, getting check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking. Go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it. compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, the way that gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down.
You have grades for each position that range from A to F.
You don't know nothing, keep it real with me.
Browse available players to improve your team.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut. Easily see. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up in the...
Hey boys, coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough.
Putting it down for that. Time was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working and doing your grinding that. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keys. Had to make out with the beats. That's under the beat. Third quarter with a choke shoot lead. He ain't got me in the game now. Green line with the game now. Lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. This the highest to the field. Ain't nothing to the heel.
If you know about the carport, the trapdoor supposed to be awkward. If you know, that's the reason you fall for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. I'm a boy, I want for the set. Coming for the check.
work, I need to talk to you. Today was just okay, and we're depending on you a lot. This team needs you to win games. Pick it up, come on. Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas up, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now this will make it in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball carrier.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's He's got his guys set up great now. First and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
A gain of 4 on the play, so a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Running out of the gun with White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Incomplete.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Incomplete.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 44. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Fitzpatrick caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Powers through again. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. Well, CD, you know, as we talked about earlier, this is the first Patriots home opener without Tom Brady in 2 decades. Now, you still see, understandably, a lot of number 12 jerseys in the stands, but this is Cam Newton's show now. How do you think that things change for the Patriots here in 2020?
Well, they change in a big way because of what you said to start off with, and it's something we've all known about for a while, but now we're actually confronting it. Tom Brady is not in the building. All right, number 12 is not leading the Patriots out onto the field, but I thought it was a really savvy move by the organization in the offseason to sign Cam Newton. You start fresh with a guy who's been an MVP in this league, has a ton of self-confidence, understands the elephant in the room that is Tom Brady, but brings a new, different playing style to this Patriots team.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
On the play. And the Dolphin first down.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Catch made right side by Wilson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
38-yard line.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Dolphins nothing.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Newton. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, They had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There he goes from the gun. Here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Newton. Sliding out of the pocket.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Dolphins have got it.
Newton on the keeper. A fumble on the
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Dolphins.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. They'll drop this underneath to Howard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Fitzpatrick finding his tight end Gesicki. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. This is Breida on the draw. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Pats at the line ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll get this underneath to Michelle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And an incomplete pass.
Brings up 2nd.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Down and 10.
Throwing again. Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. To the air again, Newton. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquise Lee. As the first half is winding down, and the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. This is caught inside the 15. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He's got Sanu. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Newton able to get this to his running back White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, Newton. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Newton throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Miami.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd down.
Mike Gesicki, incomplete. Kyle Duggar there on the cover.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick escaping the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, here's Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Dolphins ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And it's caught by Parker. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Nice snag by Devontae Parker. While it took him 5 years in the league to have his first 1,000-yard season, he broke out in a big way. The former first round.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
11 makes it 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
4-yard line.
Going on the ground, it's White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down, here's White. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
It's good. makes the score Patriots 30.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll run with White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The 7-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. He'll drop it underneath to White, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cam Newton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with White. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
but I like where we're going with this. You say one.